Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Stanford Cardinal. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Oh, out of space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Finds the tight end. Fighting off the defender. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the 1st down. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Wildcats, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Wildcats! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Stanford's offense will go to work for the first time. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Got it in the middle. It's Doyle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. And he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The play action fake. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Stanford lines up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He'll pull it down. Keeps it and gets the 1st down. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Makes the grab. It's long. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. There he goes. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another 1st down, and he has just been running wild on this defense. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Running the red zone, it's McGowan. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Might be changing the route. He wants to throw it. Trying to find the end zone. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Defense rolling out the big bodies. The sneak scores it.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Brown wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant 1st quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws to the tight end. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. He's got it. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Got enough for the first down and wants more. There he goes. He's at the... and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Stanford!
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Snagged out of the air. And the ball slipped out. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. To the air on first down. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Shoots it to the left. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. 42 Spider. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Using his legs at servant. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Kentucky has it back and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The RPO fired complete to the left. Wide open spaces. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Going for it all. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kentucky.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Power football with the run. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Brown will throw it. Quickly complete. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route. And then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
They kick it away on 4th down. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that...
Turning it on! Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Wildcats come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. That's caught. It's Brown. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
This time he's got his man.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
And the Wildcats get it past the sticks.
4th and short, a lot of times you know what's coming. I know what's coming. Who's going to be more physical? They give it to the running back. O-line does their job. Nice pickup on 4th and short.
Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. The throw. Grab near the marker. It's long. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before. Diving for the score, and they knock it free. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The give from the gun. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Brown wants to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the returner is stopped. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Going for the big play. Makes the grab at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Kentucky! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Utah State pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. The Aggies were clicking in every phase of the game, and the results speak for themselves. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Pressure coming. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Gonna sling it on second down. Keeps looking downfield. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Stanford comes to the line, and that first down marker is a long way away. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Looking to take a shot. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. And the returner goes down. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's got it on the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. He finds a dead spot in the middle.
Third down pass complete to the wideout. Picks up 7.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust.
Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. He'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27.
And that's a stop for the offense.
Wants to throw on first down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Oh, man, they've already lost 1 quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost 1. Now your second guy gets hit. And you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback.
It's a seam wide open. Never seems to take the big hit. Finds enough room to get to the 29. The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep on the run. He's got it along the sideline. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
You know, I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game. I'm watching my backup quarterback now get ragdolled around as well. What can we do to protect him and give ourselves a chance to win this game?
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Ford. He's guided out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds his man. It's Irvin. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Cardinal! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Safe completion on the screen. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Kentucky set. Hey, he fakes it. He's going to throw it. And they pull it off. He's got it for the first down. And they caught the return team hitting the snooze button, and they pick up the first down.
Man, that is awesome. That gets the juices going. That gets everybody excited. You work on these fake punts all the time, but you don't call them all the time. But the coach saw something, it's a running room. And a nice pickup on the line. It gets down to avoid contact. The running threat of the QB it gives you the +1. It's just such a headache. He can always pull it. He can give it. There's so many options, and this defense so far hasn't had a lot of answers in trying to stop this offense.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Finds his man. It's Law. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself with the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs, and this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking it.
Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully. The fake, and he wants to throw. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. Great job in the base defense making a play.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Kick is in the air. On his way back from the 20. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Grabbed behind the line. It's McGowan. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on 2nd down. Under fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Law. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Makes the grab on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass on second down. Oh, they're after him. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. So we open the final period with a third down play. Got it, looking for a first. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Makes the grab. It's Raw. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, the defense basically played that one perfectly, right? Against the RPO, they did a nice job staying back, hanging, watching the quarterback's eyes, and taking away any throw. And when he decided to try to keep the football and scramble to his left, they were all over him. Great job defensively, playing together as one unit on that one.
The ball's free. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Looking to throw on first down. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Third down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times, but they need the full 10 yards now. Sends it back in motion. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They fake it again. Pretty soon you keep faking it. It's not really a fake. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam.
Man, everybody loves a fake punt until it doesn't work. And how about the defense? Great job being aware, not falling asleep. That's what happens. A lot of times you fall asleep, you give up a big play, give up the first down. They were dialed in. They were ready.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
You gotta love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the fourth quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. The Cardinal will have to come up with a huge play to keep this drive going on third down. The give to the tailback. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He'll be stopped short in the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Slings it downfield. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop. This offense has it with really good field position. He might want another play. Wants to go up top on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look and the replay booth will overturn the call. How about this? A two-point conversion coming. Wants to go up top. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And here's the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. The short hands, it's Ford. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Cardinal can be aggressive here on second and short. Looking for a gap. It's Irvin. It's a fumble. Oh, and he not only gets the ball back, he's also got enough for the first down. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
Got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the out.